Hi, I'm Coach Clarissa. I am the founder of Vegan Fit for Life, and I am so happy to connect with you. I was able to completely transform my life in a positive manner by finding the gym and by changing my nutrition so that I was eating appropriately for my body. And I am very happy and very excited to be able to share that with you. Thanks for joining us. Hi, I'm Coach Clarissa, and today we're going to do an exercise program, a workout program for your back. So we're going to be working all of the muscles here on our back, our lats. You'll feel a little bit of obliques, back of the shoulders, so everything we want, all that detail going on in the back. We're starting with lat pull down. Lat pull down is done on the cable machine. You can work anywhere between 8 and 15 reps is a good range. If you're hitting 15, you need to increase the weight and work your way back up to 15. So we want to be challenged by this exercise, but we also want to make sure that we are maintaining good form throughout the entire exercise.
This is a lat pull down. So we're going to use a cable machine. We're going to use a long bar. You want to keep your hands just slightly outside of the shoulders in order to protect the shoulders. So inhale and exhale. We're pulling that bar down to our chest in a nice and controlled manner. Your shoulders are staying back and down. So at full extension, you should feel they're back and down. And then as you pull the bar down, you should feel them contracting further down the back. So the only place we're really going to feel this is in our back. So about from the back of the shoulders all the way down to about the waistband. You should feel the full back being able to contract. We want to use our breath. We do not want to use momentum, and we do not want to allow those shoulders to roll forwards. Everything is working in the back of the body. And that is your lat pull down.
From there, we move to a single arm dumbbell row. So this is the exercise where we're also using core. So you might feel it in your core, you might feel it in your oblique a little bit, but you should feel it mostly here in the lat, a little bit on the back of the arm, and maybe a little bit in the bicep too, because pulling is going to use a little bit of bicep. But the movement, the contraction, all of the sensations should be primarily in the back, in a good way, not in a painful way.
This is our single arm or unilateral dumbbell row. So we're working just one side of the body here. You want to set up, get the knee under the hip, foot under the other hip. You're going to have a supporting hand on the bench. Now, it is important to note here that as we are pulling this weight up, we're really keeping our core stable and we're trying not to twist. So grab the weight, make sure your grip is firm. You can use wraps. You're going to pull that weight back towards your hip. We're trying very hard not to twist the upper body. You're pulling it back and towards the hip. So you're going to feel this all the way down the whole side body. You might feel it a little bit in the back of the shoulder, and you may feel it a little bit in the biceps, but really we want that whole lat working. And the best way it's going to work is to keep our back flat, nice and straight, and keep our chest facing the floor as best as we can. Keep that core really tight as you move through this exercise.
From there, we'll move over to the single arm high pull. So this is an exercise that again is targeting the lat. So you bring the weight in and really contracting down the back. With all back exercises, you should never feel them in your spine. You should only feel the lats and the erectors working, the muscles on the back of the shoulders. So with the high pull, it's a good tool to be able to, again, progressively overload. You're in a machine, so it's pretty safe. There's no variables of injury or low. So again, we want to work 8 to 15 reps per side. When you hit 15, you do want to increase the weight so that you're, again, progressively overloading, working to build that muscle.
So this is our unilateral single arm high pull. So with this particular exercise, we want an underhand grip. So palm is facing up. You want to keep your chest anchored to that chest pad. And you're going to use the feet to brace you so that we're not leaning back. As you're pulling this back, you're keeping your arm close into your side body and not allowing that elbow to travel back. We're keeping this movement really nice and tight, really nice and controlled, so that we're keeping the tension, the load on the lat for the entire exercise. You don't want to feel stretch so much in this. We just want to feel load on that lat right there as we drive that elbow back. Good. You should feel like you're keeping almost like the elbow, the inner arm is scraping the side body. You're keeping that chest upright, and we're going to use the breath here as well. So we inhale and then exhale. You can use the other arm to keep you anchored, and that's going to be super important as you move up in weight so that we're not twisting and we're not turning.
And then from there, we go to a single arm horizontal row. So that particular exercise is going to work more, it is working lat, but it's going to work a little bit more on the back of the shoulder, which is good because that's going to be a weak area for a lot of people. So again, with the horizontal row, we're working 8 to 15 reps, same thing. We are working on that progressive load, so challenging ourselves with the weights. If we hit 15, we want to increase the weight so that we can work our way back up to 15 in a challenging manner.
This is a horizontal seated row. This particular exercise, I'm doing single arm, so working just one side of the body. Here, we want to use the center beam to keep our torso anchored best as we can. So really holding on with the non-working arm to keep your chest centered and not moving as much as possible. We're going to take with the other arm, the working arm, you're going to make sure that the shoulder is back and down and that you're squeezing the lat on that working side to bring the weight back. So we're going to inhale, exhale. As you pull the weight back, will keep you stable and will also generate more power.
And that is the exercise that we have on the books for back today. If you give the workout a try, let me know what you think. I'd love to hear comments. You can drop them below. Otherwise, be sure to like and subscribe so that you can continue to get our training videos.